Platform 9 3/4? Are you joking? Can I get a bottle of water? Is that Harry Potter? So in today's video, we're doing something different. I'm making beans on toast. I've been told by many Brits, many British people that this is the best breakfast. And today I thought, you know what? I'm gonna put that to the test. I'm gonna make some beans on toast and show you a little bit of a stupid force while I'm at it because after all, this is a magic channel. So let's just get right into the beans on toast. So for this recipe, you're gonna need some basic things. We're gonna need, obviously, the toast, which is in the form of bread. In this case, butter bread, because it's made with butter. The next ingredient is butter. You're gonna need some butter to make this taste good. And obviously, the last crucial and most important ingredient is the beans. It wouldn't be beans on toast without the beans, so unfortunately, we need to involve the use of beans. Now here in Freedom Land, I couldn't find Heinz beans. Typically, the Brits, the Peter Turners of the world, they tend to put Heinz with the little thing in tomato juice. Not here in America. Here in America, we have Bush's Original Seasoned with bacon and brown sugar. That's all you're gonna find here, all right? That and Freedom. So today, we're gonna take advantage of the Pigcake Camera 9000, which is going to allow us, I don't know what accent that is, by the way, which is gonna allow us to get some close-up shots of the actual beans being prepared on a toast. So first things first is gonna be the butter. It's very easy. You just grab your favorite knife from IKEA. We're gonna grab a little bit of a chunk of butter here. A little bit of a chunk of butter. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with one hand. And that you're gonna have to place on a pan right here. Now, typically, I assume we're gonna wait till the butter to melt, which is gonna be around medium. So we're gonna put this in medium temperature, and that's gonna allow the butter to actually coalesce and maybe make the beans not taste like complete and utter shite. Now here's the thing, this is a no microwave household, all right? I've abolished the use of microwaves in this household as I have actual toasters. So I do everything from the confines of this little unit right now. The reason for that is because it tastes better. I cooked pizza on this. Yesterday, Daniel came by and he made fun of me because I was making pizza on the stove. And while it might appear like it's me being ghetto as shit, it's actually the best pizza you ever have in your life. So right now we're waiting for the butter to melt right here. And this is where we're gonna put the toast. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is make the toast. And then I'm gonna use the same little saucepan to make the beans so I could put it on the actual toast itself. So while this is cooking, I guess we could talk a little bit about the trick here. All right, let's say we have these objects. Let's say these are the objects that we have in front of us right now, right? We have a knife, we have bread, we have butter, we have beans, and we have a plate. How is it that I could force the spectator to pick the beans? I want the spectator to pick the beans. So we could play a little game that I played as a child here. So the way we do that is that we're actually gonna make use of a little game that I used to play as a child, where my mom would split things up between me and my many relatives. We have many relatives because she couldn't stop fucking. So the way this game works is that I pick two of the objects, and then you eliminate one. And then you pick two of the objects, and then I eliminate one. That way it's completely fair, all right? It's fair, it's on the up and up. We get rid of what we want. I get rid of what I want. You get rid of what you want. And guess what? Everyone goes home happy. And we're going to do that right now. So let's say you pick the plate and the butter. I'll say, you know what? I don't need a plate, all right? I don't need a plate. I've seen how the Indians eat. Plates are overrated. I'm going to keep the butter. But I'm going to pick the knife and the bread. Which one do you want to eliminate, sir? The knife or the bread? Oh, okay. That's very hot. I just realized. Fuck. You know what? I guess this is a good time to put the bread, right? Good time to put the bread here because I realized that that's actually cooking while I'm doing this. So I picked the bread and the knife, sir. Which one do you want to eliminate? Oh, I guess we should eliminate the bread. Good job. So now we're down to just 3 objects here, sir. I'm going to pick the, you know what? I'm going to pick the I'll pick the butter and the knife. Which one would you like to eliminate, sir? Oh, you want to eliminate the knife? Good job. So I guess this is the last decision. And I'll tell you what, we'll make this a little bit different. I'll give you the choice here, sir. How's that? Take these two objects in your hand, all right? Fuck. You gotta flip the bread, all right? You gotta flip the bread, by the way. That's part of the recipe. So right now, you see how it's nice and dark? That's gonna be our toast here. So in a moment, I'm gonna take that off here. So which one, sir, do you want to hand to me? You want me with the knife, or you want me with the beans? Oh, you want me with the beans? Do you want to change your mind? No, great, perfect. I forced the beans. All right, I forced the beans. This is exactly what I wanted, and you can show a prediction of the fact that you had another set of beans. So it's a patio force. That's what it's called. It's the patio force. It's as simple could be. All you're doing is making sure that the bread doesn't burn. All you're doing is avoiding the beans. That's all I'm doing, is avoiding the beans. So whatever amount of objects I have here, it does not matter, right? I can even have this little bit of a cover. It doesn't matter. All I'm doing is avoiding the beans. So every time I have a selection of picking two objects, I just don't pick the beans. So I'll say, okay, we'll use the bread and the knife, sir. Which one do you want to eliminate? You want to eliminate the knife? Perfect. Why don't you pick two? If they pick the beans, I just don't eliminate that. I eliminate the other one. You see how this works? It's always going to end up with the beans at the end. So right now, let's say they pick butter and beans. I go, you know what? I don't like butter. We'll eliminate that. So I'll pick this little thing and the bread, sir. Which one do you want to eliminate? Oh, you want to eliminate this little thing? Good for you. That leaves us with the, I guess, the bread and the beans. And then now it's equivoke. Now it's just simple equivoke. Why don't you hand me whichever one you want? Oh, you want to hand me the beans? Perfect. That's the one we're going to use. Oh, you want to hand me the bread? Great. That's out. We're done with that. Which leaves us with the beans. So now we could actually make the beans on toast. If you can't do the patio force, if that's a hard bit of instruction for you, you should probably take up something else. You should probably be a professional beans on toast maker. You should probably professionally make beans on toast if that's going to be something that's hard for you to do. So here we're going to add some butter to the pan. So now here's the next step. The next step is we're going to add some more butter to the actual pan itself. We're going to make sure that this is over here. We already have our toast. Our toast is already made. And the next step is going to be the baked beans. This might be the most crucial step of the entire process. So let's get a little bit of an unboxing here. We're going to pull this little tab right here. Oh, right off the bat, it looks like vomit. I gotta say, if there's something I could compare this to, it definitely looks like freshly laid vomit. One of those vomits after an all-night binger of drinking tequila and taking shots to get fucking wasted. That's what this looks like. But we're gonna actually eat that. We're gonna incorporate that into our bread. So right now the butter has melted, right? That's what we want. We want melted butter. It looks like shit, but you know what? That's what butter looks like when it's melted. So next we're gonna put the beans on the saucepan. So right now, we're gonna warm up the beans, which this just looks fucking wrong. This looks fucking wrong. Okay. So we're gonna use some gravity here to warm up the beans. Oh boy. Look at that. We're gonna have to stir these up in the butter. So we're gonna stir this up in the butter, which by the way is fucking cheating. Anytime somebody's ever said, oh, you need to put it in butter, it needs to be in butter, that's a fucking cheat, because anything tastes good in butter. You could wrap a whole penis in butter and I'll eat it without a problem. So right now I'm just gonna stir these beans. Bean stirring. Bean fact, beans are enjoyed throughout the entirety of the world. As a matter of fact, it's very prevalent in the Latin culture. So I'm very familiar with beans and rice. I'm very familiar with beans and pretty much everything. However, I'm not familiar with the concept of beans on toast. It seems to be something that a country that lost to a bunch of farmers would make for breakfast. Anytime any Brit happens to say anything of substantial value against us, like maybe, for example, that we call our sport football, but we end up playing it with our hands, Peter Turner, I just remind them that they lost to a bunch of starving farmers. They were the greatest army in the entirety of the planet, and they lost to a bunch of fucking starving farmers, eh? Put a dart in your mouth and get a 2-4, eh? I'm aware that that's Canada, you fuck. So right now the beans so far are smelling like beans. There's nothing here that is making this appetizing. But this is the basic recipe of beans on toast. I've been told to add cheese. I've been told to add like bacon. I'm not going to alter the original recipe. This is what I've seen. This is what you fuckers eat and this is what I'm gonna attempt to eat. So this right now is coming to a boil, right? We have the beans in the bottom actually turning over by the heat of the saucepan, and that is gonna be a good indicator that we're almost done with this particular endeavor. I'm so excited to try beans on toast. Oh boy, man, look at that. That looks so fucking appetizing. And here's the thing, we're gonna turn this off. So right now I'm gonna turn the little bit off over here, and we're almost done. The next step is the simplest. We're just gonna grab our plate, the plate with the actual toast in it, the toast that we have made, and we're just going to take the beans right here. We're gonna take the beans. We're gonna take the beans. We're gonna wait for them to cool off a little bit. Notice how I took them off the heat and I'm stirring them. That stirring is going to incorporate some air into the beans right now, and it's going to ensure that it's not gonna burn our fucking mouths when we decide to actually put it on the bread and eat it. So here's the money shot right here. Here's the money shot. Yeah. Scrumptious. This is scrumptious, isn't it? Scrumptious. Bloody scrumptious. So that's the beans. I guess that's as much as the actual toast could take without being completely inundated. That pubic hair, by the way, this pubic hair is actually optional. You don't need to add a pubic hair, but it's definitely optional. And that's your beans on toast. That's your beans on toast. So the next step is to enjoy it. So here is the beans and toast. I've added some salt and pepper because I'm not absolutely fucking out of my mind in order to enjoy this without having any sort of seasoning on it. So let's give it the old taste test. I'm going to use a fork. I don't know if that's a thing you guys use over there. I don't know if you guys are capable of using devices like this in dental hygiene land in fucking UK. Platform 9 3/4, Harry Potter. Now here's the thing. The first thing that hits my palate is the very thing that I was made fun of, which is the bacon and the maple sugar. I was made fun of when I showed that can on Instagram. They had the audacity to make fun of me when I actually showed the fact that it was seasoned with bacon and maple sugar. And that's the first thing that I taste. And as a matter of fact, that's the best thing that I taste. This with tomato sauce would probably be fucking disgusting. But with the actual little bit of a brown sugar and with the bacon and the toast in the bottom with the butter, let me tell you, it's not that bad. I wouldn't have it again because I'm not a fucking inbred. But, you know, if I was in a prison, if I was in some sort of remote island where the only thing available was baked beans and bread that I could then put on a rock and toast it with the sun, this would be actually quite enjoyable. This would be quite enjoyable. So, beans on toast, done American style. Gotta tell you, I'm a little bit of a fan. I'm gonna vote yes on this. You know, I was very tempted to say something about the fact that you guys have completely abysmal, terrible hygiene when it comes to your teeth. I could have said something that all your women look like inbred men, but no, I'm not gonna say any of that. I'm gonna say that beans on toast, definitely give it a try. All right, I would say definitely stick to Bush's beans with brown sugar and bacon. That's probably going to be your best bet. And you should give it a try. Give it a try and you won't regret it. It's definitely, I would say, a 6.5 out of 10. This is a girl that you would go to the bar. You wouldn't necessarily pay too much attention. But after maybe a couple drinks, maybe you might scuttle next to her and you might say, hey, what do you do? And then she'll go, I'm a whore. Of which case you take her home, you put it in her, and then you give her a couple quarters for the bus, and you send her on her way. And that's what this is. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching this. I know this was a little bit different. I know this is a little bit off the wall. This is going to be the last video that I shoot in 1080p because I got a new laptop that can handle 4K. So get used to this sort of quality with more quality. We're going to double up the quality. We're going to put quality on top of quality. Maybe that's going to rake in all the new viewers. So make sure to always thank your grandmother before it's too late. Give me one hot British girl, like a hot British actress. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, maybe. Whoever played her was kind of attractive. Hmm. Who else? That's it. That's the only one I can think of. Hmm. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other attractive female British actresses. Notice how I said female British actresses because you could have a male British actress, but I want female British actresses. So